and now they're making Ghostbusters with only women. What's going on?
Now, I'd say that a lot of the stuff LEGO makes is either really popular, like Star Wars or Marvel or Harry Potter or Disney, or stuff that is actually really good, like Dune or Lord of the Rings. However, every now and again, LEGO will just make like a random theme or something based on something that people just absolutely hate with a passion. And today, I'm going to be diving into some of them. Now, just to clarify, this isn't stuff that I personally hate, this is just stuff that universally is hated. And also, I'm going to be focusing on more so the random stuff. Like, I could just, be lazy and just talk about The Rise of Skywalker or Justice League. But regardless of quality, we were going to get sets for them anyway. This is stuff that really makes you wonder, why is LEGO making sets for this? So I guess without wasting any more time, let's just get right on into it. I guess we'll just start off with the most hated thing in this video, and it is Powerpuff Girls 2016. Now, I only saw like one episode of Powerpuff Girls when I was a kid, and it was of the original series. But I started watching it every now and again back in like 2020, just, to get a feel for it, and it was actually a really good show. But 2016 though was,
It's party time!
I will burn this planet down before I spend another minute living among these animals.
and Ben Shapiro's long-lost cousin, who's a self-insert. Now, on IMDb, this has a 3.7, and this is probably like one of the most hated cartoons of all time. No one I know likes this. It was bombarded with terrible reviews, and really highlighted some of the really concerning things in this. Also, just the show as a whole, I just find it really irritating and honestly kind of seizure-inducing. Now, for the LEGO sets, we got 4 sets for this. 2 normal sets and 2 Dimensions packs. We got Bubbles Playground Showdown, which has Bubbles and Morbucks, and it's literally just a playground set with a mech. We got Mojo Jojo Strikes, which comes with Blossom, Buttercup, a character called Donnie the Unicorn, and Mojo Jojo. We have a fun pack for Buttercup, for Dimensions, and the Powerpuff Girls team pack, which comes with Blossom and Bubbles. Now, as for the actual sets, I'm just going to be honest, these are just friend sets. There's nothing really to write home about. I do like the minifigures though, like I think Morbucks is a cool looking figure. And I really like the Mojo Jojo figure, like he looks so cool. But these sets are just so forgettable and they're based on a really awful show. I do actually have the Powerpuff Girls team pack though, and the minifigures are actually really good, honestly. And they don't even look that much like the 2016 version. Like, I think Buttercup, which I don't have, is probably the worst just because she, like, has, like, that little cowlick. But, like, these look like the original characters from the 90s to me. A part of me does want to get, like, the Mojo Jojo set just for Buttercup as well as Mojo Jojo, but, like, I don't really have much of an attachment to Powerpuff Girls, especially because of... But I will say, at least they handled it alright. Like, you got the main characters, and you got 2 villains. I think that's perfectly fine. Unlike the next property, which this actually infuriates me. We have Teen Titans Go. Now, look, I understand, we're not living in 2016 anymore. It's not cool and hip to criticize Teen Titans Go, whatever. I don't care. It ruined DC for me when I first watched it. Like, the moment I laid eyes on the first episode, I was like, this is what DC Comics is? No, I'm gonna be into Spider-Man and shit. On IMDb, it has a 5.7 out of 10, and has well over 400 episodes. Who the hell is watching 400 episodes of Teen Titans Go? And more importantly, why are you making so many episodes? Now, unlike Powerpuff Girls, they didn't actually make, like, a theme for it. Instead it just got 2 Dimensions packs. So, we got the Teen Titans Go team pack with Beast Boy and Raven, and the Starfire fun pack, which just comes with Starfire. But what really just rubs me the wrong way and really pisses me off about this is, first of all, LEGO Dimensions already has kind of like an oversaturation problem with DC. They already have normal DC comics and the LEGO Batman movie. Why did you need Teen Titans Go in here? And second, when it comes to physical toys, they never made Cyborg or Robin, and I just find that really weird because Robin's the main protagonist of Teen Titans Go. So why did they only make 3 out of the 5 members of the team? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And look, I really have no idea what big, massive collector's gonna want these besides Raven, I guess, but like, I just don't understand why only 3 out of the 5 members exist. Of course you can play as Robin and Cyborg in the game because they already have their own versions throughout the Dimensions line, but I just find it really dumb how we never got the rest of the team in LEGO. Now, I don't really know if I dislike Teen Titans Go more than Powerpuff Girls 2016 or vice versa, because I didn't grow up on Powerpuff Girls whatsoever, whether it be the original show or the reboot. But I did grow up on like the first season or 2 of Teen Titans Go, and I did not like it, even when I was like 7. Honestly, I think Teen Titans Go is probably like my least favourite property in this video. I still gotta watch the original show, so yeah. Okay. Next up, we're finally getting into a film, and this one, I don't really know if this really counts, but it's more so a bad example of cinema, to put it lightly. Basically, Twilight is basically the 2000s equivalent of the MCU nowadays. Like, people absolutely hate it, they say it's the worst of cinema, and yet it still makes a shit ton of money. Now, Twilight has a 5.3 out of 10, or at least the first movie does, on IMDb. And at the time recording, the Cullen House isn't out yet, but it has been revealed. And I still don't really know why they made a Twilight set. I mean, like, it's not culturally relevant. There isn't any new media coming out. So I don't know, like, where the hype for Twilight is at the moment. And also, wouldn't the millennials this set is targeted towards think back on the Twilight phase as, like, really cringy or whatever? Like, I don't really know who's, like, that, like, you know, excited to be like, oh my god, they made Edward Cullen and Lego. I'm so excited. I think they're like, oh, right, I want to forget about that. I actually have seen, Twilight. I watched it, a few weeks ago, actually, and it's probably, like, one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I'm not making this up. Like, if you want a movie to get drunk and laugh at, I actually highly recommend it. It's like, the acting is horrendous, the story is horrible, like, there were just moments that were meant to be serious, and I just ended up bursting laughing. It was just, yeah, probably one of the worst movies I've seen in the best way possible. However, like Powerpuff Girls, I think they actually did, like, a really good job on the Cullen House. Like, when I first saw it, I wasn't, like, you know, that happy with it. It does look a little bit bland, but, like, I think, you know, considering you're making, like, something based on Twilight, I think this actually, like, is a really well done house in Lego. Like, the interior is extremely detailed. The minifigures are really well done. I actually really like the Edward figure and how, like, they gave him, like, the fucking sparkle face. Yeah, like, say what you want about the Twilight movies, but, like, this is actually, like, a really well done set. I'm not gonna deny that. If I was, like, you know, a cringy 14-year-old girl, I definitely get this. Yeah, honestly, this is probably the best thing in this video so far. We're going to be talking about something that probably everyone watching this video has completely forgotten about. Ghostbusters 2016. Yeah, I remember that, where they made all the Ghostbusters women. I sure don't. Now, on IMDb, this has a 6.8 out of 10, which you may be thinking, hey, that's not that bad. But, like, even if people have come around to it over time, whatever, at the time, this was just, everyone was dreading this. Like, I don't think anyone was looking forward to this at all. But, like, it got to a point where, like, this is, like, one of the most disliked videos on YouTube. I'm just gonna look it up. I can't remember how many dislikes it has. Also, if you're wondering how I can view dislikes, I just have an extension for that. Okay, well over 1 million dislikes. I thought it would be a lot more, honestly, but, you know, it's been a while since I last checked this. But yeah, like, the entire comment section is just shitting on this movie, even though literally all of them are, like, 8 years old at this point. Jesus, 2016, was that long ago? But, like, yeah, like, everyone was hating on this movie before and after it came out. Even Donald Trump had something to say about it.
Ghostbusters!
Now, I actually have seen Ghostbusters 2016 ages ago. Like, I actually don't remember anything about it. Honestly, I think like all of the hate I've seen is more memorable than the actual film. But as for the Lego sets, we got a total of only 2 actually. I thought there would be a bit more, but we got a Ghostbusters story pack for Dimensions, which just comes with one of the female Ghostbusters and like this Chinese restaurant I think they had. I can't remember though. It looks nice though. This actually looks like a pretty solid display piece. Like you could just like modify this and easily make it like an Ninjago set or something. And then we actually have like a really great Lego set, honestly. It's the Ecto 1 and 2. And I actually like, I saw a Trade Me listing for this a few years ago. I think it was like $100 or something. And I was like this close to getting it. Because this set is actually really good. Like, even if like, you know, people hate the female Ghostbusters, like these are some really great minifigures. Like, every minifigure in the set looks fantastic. And they got like dual molded arms and legs. Well, not arms, but like, they got some sidearm printing. The Ecto 1 itself is really detailed, and it doesn't even look that hard to modify it to make it the original one. Yeah, I genuinely really like this set. I actually would kind of like to own this one, even if I do not care about the movie whatsoever. But yeah, Ghostbusters 2016 is just something everyone forgot about, and let's be honest, when you're finished watching this video, you'll forget it existed. And lastly, this isn't the most hated thing ever made, but it's the one that, in my opinion, is the most baffling. We have LEGO Trolls, specifically based on the second movie, World Tour, that came out in 2020. Now, I haven't seen a single Trolls movie ever, but I just really wanted to talk about it here, because I do not understand why LEGO made sense for this franchise, because it's considered to be one of the worst DreamWorks franchises, alongside The Boss Baby. And like, sure, it did come out to coincide with a film, but like, there are so many other DreamWorks properties that deserve LEGO sets, like Shrek, Puss in Boots, Megamind, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train... Well, actually, we're getting a How to Train Your Dragon set later this year, but, like, you get the idea. Like, I don't know why LEGO chose Trolls, of all things, to make sets for, when there are so many other DreamWorks properties to do sets for. Trolls World Tour has a 6.1 on IMDb, and, I watched the trailer for it, and I think I got a seizure from it, because, oh my god, there were so many colours. Now, LEGO made, how many sets for this? We got, like, a polybag, we got, Jesus, there are quite a good number of sets here. Even some keychains as well. LEGO, yeah, they did not hold back for this theme. In fact, they even got, like, a summer set. Like, all the other sets came out in January, but, like, in August, they got, like, one more set that was, like, a Vibe City set or whatever. Yeah. I almost did get the Rainbow Catabus just because it looks like something that would, like, you know, you'd see, like, when really high on drugs. And plus, these minifigures are actually really interesting to me because they're great for Curse Customs. I mean, like, some of the sets are not that bad. They're just, like, really forgettable to me. However, I was unfortunate and stupid enough to actually get one of the sets. I specifically asked for one of the Troll sets for Christmas because I really wanted to, like, you know, see these minifigures in hand. So we got, Poppy right here, Branch, and James Corden. And they came in this creepy-ass balloon set that stares at me in my sleep. I mean, what is this? Also, this is, like, so dusty. Oh my goodness. You can put your trolls in here, and, they can fly away to, I don't know, wherever. Now look, who knows, maybe Trolls is, like, you know, some hidden masterpiece that, like, you know, I haven't, you know, got to experience, because I haven't seen any of the Trolls movies. But, like, you know, maybe I'm just, like, being too harsh on this. Maybe, like, you know, I'm taking, like, one look at this and seeing that Mike Mitchell directed and thinking, oh, hell no, this is gonna be, like, the worst thing ever made. This is gonna be worse than Cannibal Holocaust. But, like, I just don't understand why this is the DreamWorks property that got LEGO set. Like, the only other one at the moment is Gabby's Dollhouse. What the hell is Gabby's Dollhouse? But yeah, like, I have, like, nothing else to say other than the minifigures that are just completely crazy. Now, overall, am I mad that, like, you know, these are getting LEGO sets and stuff like Deadpool and Wolverine isn't? I mean, not necessarily. I mean, if you don't like them, there's a really simple solution. Just don't buy them. It's not that hard. And, like, I like weird and interesting LEGO things. Like, I like things that make you wonder, what is this? What was LEGO thinking? Because, like, you can say that sort of thing for, like, Powerpuff Girls 2016 because it's so goddamn awful, and yet LEGO still decide to make sets for it. And I just find it really interesting when LEGO, like, experiments with this. And also, you have to remember that, like, some of these are kind of, like, meant to coincide with things. Like, yes, these came out in 2017, but, like, they were officially revealed, I'm pretty sure, in 2016 when the reboot was coming out. Some of the most beloved LEGO themes came out to coincide with other movies. For example, the Dune helicopter thingy came out to coincide with Dune Part 2. The original line of Lord of the Rings sets came out to coincide with the Hobbit films, etc. Hell, you know that one LEGO theme that you really loved as a kid called Indiana Jones? Yeah, that came out to coincide with the 4th film, so if it wasn't for that, you would never have LEGO Indiana Jones The Original Adventures. So really, in a way, it's just like, you know, stuff to coincide with other things. Unless you're Twilight. I have no idea why LEGO made a Twilight set. But still, I think this was an interesting video to look back on and just see, like, what are some of these things LEGO has made in the past? Anyway, if you excuse me, I'm gonna try and get my boy Mojo Jojo in LEGO. Why is this $150?